Elk Grove Unified students, families, and staff. I'm Santi Soriano with EGU News, and I'm here to provide you with a district update. Our focus on EGU News is on healthy minds, healthy bodies, and of course, healthy learning, as well as providing you with district updates on district activities. So here is your district update for April 16th, 2021. Now, yesterday, the superintendent sent out a progress update with many important dates related to finishing our current year and graduations, summer learning dates, of course, summer learning dates, and that we are starting to plan for a full return to in-person instruction for the new year. Also, if you missed that communication, well, you can find a copy of it on the district's website under the superintendent's page. Now, this particular update today looks at a school with a high percentage of students now in the four-day in-person learning model. We also have a school news story about helping to motivate and inspire students. We've got a few reminders for you, and then we have some enrollment data that we want to provide you at the end. All right, so first we have a story to do a great shout out to Robert J. McGarvey Elementary School. So one school with 62.3% of its students now enrolled in four-day in-person learning is Robert J. McGarvey Elementary School. EGU News visited the school this morning to see one class where all of the students have returned to school for four-day in-person instruction. During this time, we want to give you a chance to see what that tour was like. So you're going to be able to see how the McGarvey Elementary School has carefully planned out a safe return for its students and also for ensuring that students understand the importance of wearing a face mask, keeping in their bubbles, and maintaining healthy hand hygiene. All, of course, with gentle but firm reminders as well.
I think that a couple of different reasons that we are having so many of our families have their students return to school is number one, we're showing that our students are safe. They're safe in the classroom, they're safe outside the classroom. We're ensuring the safety and security of our students during break time. We're ensuring that safety and security as they walk through campus. Everything is one-way directional, in, out, as well as within the classroom itself. So in addition to highly trained teachers, very engaging subjects, instructional strategies, we're showing that our students are safe. After break time is over, we have the students line up and we'll actually spray their hands. We'll give them hand foam soap, and then we'll have them rinse their hands and then dry them on the way back to class.
Also, you'll see us walking down. You'll see there's chalk drawings around the school, courtesy of their parent organization, further to help, of course, students with creative ways to mind all of the safety protocols and make everyone feel, welcome as well as missed. So a big shout out again goes to the Griffins for inviting EGU News to see some of the classes in action. It was a lot of fun. Now, the classes we peeked in on that you'll see in just a few minutes or just a few seconds were Mrs. D's 6th grade class, Mrs. Overholtzer's 5th grade class, Miss Huyn's 6th grade class, Mrs. Catlett's 2nd grade class, and then Mrs. Bopla's 2nd grade class as well. Now, everyone was welcoming and focused on learning. We want to say thank you, and thank you to Mr. Jones for giving us the tour. All right, let's take a look at what we saw.
Naya, I'm going to ask you to help us out with this one. So what's the lake? Do we know? Are we going to have to do some subtraction, perhaps? They didn't conveniently label it for us, did they? No. Okay, so let's look at this.
retrieve it, under cover of darkness. The terrible beast was waiting for me.
That was, it was a highlight of my day, and there were so many other pictures that I was able to take, and it just, it touched my heart to see the students at school and interacting, and just the expressions and looks on their eyes were a lot of fun to watch and made me feel proud, and made me feel very hopeful. All right, moving on. Thank you for the art, Samuel Jackman Middle School. EGU News also visited the Riverhawks at Samuel Jackman Middle School to follow up on the mural project that is meant to motivate and inspire students. You can check out the KCRA news coverage on the story. We'll have a little glimpse of it here, but there's a link in our letter that you can click on to actually hear the whole story. And we want to thank Ms. Vance and Ms. Fuller for the creativity and for warming our hearts through art. Okay, now it's time for your reminders. So we need to hear from more parents on the 21-22 Learning Model Preference Survey. We want to thank all of the parents very much who already accounted for 8,515 students in our 2021-2022 Learning Model Preference Selection process in Parent View. And we want to hear from more of you, and we have reopened the selections. So if you have not already done this, please do so. The information is important and necessary for us to accurately plan for next year. And in case you need the instructions, they're included in the letter, and they're on our website in the April 7th letter that we had sent out. You'll see all the links. And if you're in doubt, you can go ahead and contact your school's front office for assistance in the event that you haven't used Parent View before, or on how to make that selection process. Again, this is for the next school year, 2021-2022, so 21-22. All right, moving on. Additional reminders. Elk Grove Unified is recruiting and hiring for custodial substitutes, as well as for bus drivers. So if you thrive in a fast-paced environment, taking pride in your work, are comfortable with change, and quickly adapt to different work scenarios with a positive attitude while contributing to a safe and healthy environment, then Elk Grove Unified Maintenance and Operations Custodial Services Division wants you. Elk Grove Unified School District is seeking custodial substitutes immediately and is seeking hardworking, motivated, and energetic individuals to work for one of the largest school districts in California, where there are many opportunities to advance and qualify for benefits. If you or someone you know is searching for full-time employment with full benefits, including health insurance, medical, dental, and vision, a retirement program, paid time off like sick days, holidays, vacations, and more, apply today and get started as a custodial substitute. The information will be in the letter and the links, and I think we'll see it down here as well as the pay. The pay ranges from $15.19 per hour per day to $15.79 per hour for a night shift. All right, school bus drivers. Elk Grove Unified is also looking to train and hire school bus drivers in time to support our 2021-2022 school year. There is a national school bus driver shortage, and we are looking for people who want a meaningful career supporting and caring for students. If you are interested in a career as a professional school bus driver, please visit our website at www.egusd.net. Transportation, I believe it is, and if I'm wrong, the link is in the letter and it's also on the screen, and submit an application. Please make certain you include an email address in your application, and qualified applicants will receive an email invitation to an upcoming new school bus driver orientation. Now, orientation and driver classroom training sessions will be conducted through Google Meet. And then once you complete the classroom session, you'll be offered behind the wheel training. Please apply and join our team if interested. All right, now we get to some fun data. I don't know how fun it is, but it's enrollment data that was pulled this week from April 17th, 2021. And what it looks at is our distance learning numbers and our total in-person numbers. So what we're going to look at on this screen is how many students, of course, are enrolled in total in Elk Grove Unified, how many of those students are in distance learning and by percentage, as well as how many students are in in-person learning and the percentage. And we broke it down by elementary, middle, high school, and then other. Then the second chart that you're going to see further looks at that in-person learning in comparison to distance learning in terms of who has opted for 2-day and who opted now for 4-day. And you'll be able to see that in the charts as well. So you'll see distance learning, the numbers and percentages, and then the 2-day students enrolled in 2-day total, and then the percentage that represents, and then students enrolled in 4-day and the percentage that that represents. Again, also for elementary, middle, and high school, as well as another category. Now, Elk Grove Unified District continues to be focused on providing the high quality educational and social emotional programming that our students need. Of the 3 learning models we are offering, families selected the one that best meets their needs for their children. Now, the earlier noted data charts compared to the same data gathered at the end of March, it's about 3 weeks of a difference, indicate a slight total increase in in-person learning, but it also revealed a significant growth in the 4-day in-person learning model by 14,980 students. Similarly, there has been a gradual increase in the number of schools with larger percentages of students enrolled in 4-day in-person learning, specifically at the elementary school level. Here's a brief overview. 11 elementary schools with 41.8% to 66.1% of students in 4-day in-person learning. There's 11 schools. There are 20 elementary schools with about 30.7% to 39.2% of students in 4-day in-person learning. And then there are the balance of 11 elementary schools with about 22.5% to 29.8% of students in 4-day in-person learning. In our middle schools, the percentage of students engaged with total in-person learning ranges from about 24.9% to 36.6%. And at the high school level, total in-person learning is between 14.4% and 30%. All families will continue to have the opportunity to change their selection for any of their students. All right. It's been a long week, but it's been a great week. Collectively, we have experienced both a local and global public health crisis, and many indicators seem to signal that in our area, we are headed toward recovery. The stories in today's episode illustrate how our schools, students, and teachers are continuing to maintain safe learning environments and are working to bring a sense of normalcy back for everyone. Now, in upcoming EGU News episodes, we want to look ahead at learning practices and how we can help our students and families start a new school year with healthy minds, healthy bodies, and healthy learning. All right, this ends your EGU News update. Please remember to subscribe to the Elk Grove Unified School District's YouTube channel and click on that little bell icon to receive notifications. I'm Santi Soriano. Stay safe and stay healthy.